Well, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Rose Report. Let me turn this all the way up so y'all can hear. Welcome to Rose Report, everybody. My name is Rosetta, and I am coming on. This is part number 4, if I'm not mistaken. New to retirement, receiving Social Security retirement benefit, all new to it. I've been on Social Security for about this is like the second month, I think. And so I am coming on to share with you some key points that I'm reading from this booklet, the Social Security booklet, what you need to know when you get retirement or survival benefits. And so I'm just bringing out some key points that I think you guys would want to know about. And as always, if you want to know more information about the Social Security system and all that good stuff, you can always visit the website at ssa.gov. Okay, and so I'm so glad that you are reviewing this video on replay. Thank you so much. My dress is crooked. Look at my dress, y'all. Excuse me. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget to comment, to like, to subscribe. Look at me. Look. Oh, goodness gracious. Lord have mercy. But anyway, don't forget to comment, to subscribe, to share this video, especially if you know someone that's thinking about retirement or they have recently retired and all that good stuff. And so today, let's get to it. Today, I'm coming on today talking about the benefits, as far as let me see, if you get married, what happens? If you get married or divorced while collecting your Social Security retirement is what I'm referring to, okay? Basically, the retirement is what we're talking about. If you get married or divorced, your Social Security benefits, they may be affected based on the kind of benefits you're receiving. So there's also Social Security disability, and there's also Social Security supplemental income. So you got Social Security retirement, Social Security disability, and Social Security supplemental income. So there's 3, but we are focused on, as I stated, retirement. It's a lot of information out there. There are a lot of changes coming about with Social Security also, which you'll probably hear about and know about. I am going to put the link in the description for Dr. Where is it? Where WEIR? Where he is a retired Social Security administrator. He ran a couple of offices and worked with Social Security for years. His channel is really, really good. And he's giving like up-to-date information also of what's going on with Social Security. Because as I stated, there's been a lot of some challenges coming along. So since the new administration in the White House, so I will put Dr. Ware information in the description. But if you get married or divorced, your Social Security benefits may be affected based on the kind of benefits you receive. If you stop your benefits because of marriage or remarriage, we may start them again if the marriage ends. Oh, okay. Now, the chart below is just giving us an example here of the various scenarios. It's giving us an example, okay? It says if you get your own retirement benefits, then your benefits will continue. They will continue if you get married. If you get divorced, they will continue. Then you have spouse benefits. Your benefits will continue if you get divorced and you are age 62 or older, or unless you were 62 or older, unless you were married less than 10 years, your benefits will continue. Your spouse benefits will continue. Okay, then we have surviving spouse benefits. Your benefits will continue if you remarry when you're age 60 or older. If you are age 50 to 59 and have a disability, your benefits will continue. Okay. Now, any other kind of benefits, generally, your benefits will stop when you get married. Your benefits may be start again if the marriage ends. And every talk when they say other benefits, they're referring to um, the Social Security, disability, and the Social Security supplemental income. This is what they're referring to. Any other kind of benefits. Generally, your benefits will stop when you get married. Your benefits may be started again if your marriage ends. So yeah. So those are just, some scenarios as if you get married or divorced while collecting your Social Security. Now, I want to kind of jump a little bit because this little booklet here is really helpful, and it talks about a lot. It really does. And so, but I want to jump a little bit. Okay, what if you have an outstanding felony or arrest warrant? Ooh, well, you must tell us if you have an outstanding felony or arrest warrant for any of the following offenses: flight to avoid prosecution or confinement. If you're flying somewhere trying to get up out of there to avoid prosecution or confinement, escape from custody. If you escape from the jail, I'm assuming it's what they mean by the custody. Flight escape. If you try to fly out again, all these flying, trying to fly up out of here, trying to avoid getting them charges, or um, trying to avoid going to court, trying to avoid going to jail. You can't, I'm going to say that one more time. You cannot receive regular retirement, survivors retirement, disability benefits, or any underpayment you may be due for any month in which there is an outstanding felony or arrest warrant for any of these offenses. So if you are convicted of a criminal offense, if you receive Social Security benefits and are convicted of a crime and spend more than 30 continuous days in a correctional institution, notify us immediately. Benefits generally aren't or are not paid for the months a person is confined. But other family members who are eligible may continue to receive your benefits. Okay. And so if you commit a crime and are confined to an institution or a jail or a prison, benefits usually are not paid to persons who commit a crime and are confined to an institution by court order and at public expense for more than 30 continuous days. This applies if the person has been found incompetent to stand trial, sexually dangerous, guilty but insane, not guilty by reason of insanity or similar factors such as a mental disease, a mental defect, or mental incompetence. So that's a lot, isn't it? That's a lot to take in. So if you're in jail, you need to let them know if you're going to end up being in jail for at least a good 30 days continuously. Let them know your benefits will be cut off. Um, but for persons who commit a crime This applies. I'm sorry. Let me go back over this again. If you commit a crime and are confined to an institution, benefits usually are not paid to persons who commit a crime and are confined to an institution by court or at the public expense for more than 30 continuous days. This applies if the person has been found incompetent and sexually dangerous, guilty by insanity, not guilty by. So you're not getting a Social Security check, y'all, basically. It's cut off. It's cut off. And so, but what happened? I want to go over this last point. What happened if you leave the United States? Because other countries. I mean, you might just, you know what? You done worked all these years. You done lived here in the United States. But what if you or your family decide we're gonna move somewhere else? Let's go over that real quick, just in case, because I do know of some people that have retired and have moved as far away to Africa. They left. They left the United States. But if you are a U.S. citizen, you can travel to or live in most foreign countries and not affect your Social Security benefits. There are, however, a few countries where you cannot receive your Social Security benefits. The countries are, I can't even say this, y'all. I don't, Lord, let me go with Cuba. I know how to pronounce Cuba. North Korea. I'm gonna have this. I don't know how to Azerbaijan. I'm not gonna mess this up. So for the ones I can't pronounce, I can pronounce Cuba and North Korea. Man, some of these countries I have never even heard of. Let me give you one of the spellings is Uzbekisan. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. However, we can make exceptions for certain eligible persons in these countries. For more information about these exceptions, please contact your Social Security office. Um, so they can't send monies your Social Security, but then again, they said to contact the office if you're thinking about moving to Cuba or North Korea. Then you got these Turkmenistan. Ooh, I'm not gonna mess these names up. But anyway, if you are thinking about moving, the best thing for you to do is to contact your local Social Security office to see if you'll be able to receive your payment there, wherever you're moving to. That's the easiest way I can kind of sum it up. But you want to let them know if you plan to go outside the United States for a trip that lasts more than 30 days. Okay. Tell us the name of the country or countries you plan to visit and the date you expect to leave the United States. We'll send you special report submission instructions and tell you how to arrange for your benefits while you are away. Be sure to let us know when you return back to the United States. And so if you're moving abroad, if you whatever country you're going to, you want to double check to make sure that you can get your payment, and then they'll be able to work out something with you. Maybe you have to fill out some additional paperwork and things like that. So, but yeah, and if your citizen status change. If you are not a citizen, let us know if you become a U.S. citizen or your non-citizen status changes. If your immigration status expired, you must give us new evidence and show to that it shows that you will continue to be living in the United States lawfully. This is for people that are coming to the United States. If you're not a citizen here, and so that's good to know. If you're planning on moving abroad, contact your local Social Security office to see how, and you'll be able to receive your benefits. If you're going to, especially if you're going to be gone more than 30 days. So you want to do that. But listen, I want to thank you so much for joining me here at Rose Report. Again, my name is Rosetta. I am a new retiree. Social Security retiree, and I'm going through the process, and it is an adjustment. Man, I've been working for a long time, and it's an adjustment trying to just adjust to this new life of retirement. Mm. And I retired at 62. I didn't wait for the other stuff. I know I would have gotten more as far as money wise monthly, but I just went on and retired. I said, forget it, going on by my way. But it is an adjustment, and I'm adjusting day by day. I'm adjusting, and so again, I want to thank you so much for joining me on today. This is part 4 of new to the Social Security retirement benefits. And we're going to do one more part. That's part 5, and then that'll be it as far as going over the handbook that we have here. Whenever you apply for your Social Security, you will get your retirement, or if you're applying for disability or applying for SSI, you get this little hand booklet, and it's good to read. It's good to read through it because it's so much to know. It's so much to learn and so much to know. And then there are so many changes that are taking place. Social Security period. And this hand booklet is for 2025, as y'all can see. But changes have been made, especially since the new administration has been in the White House. So, we're going to see. We're going to see, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me again. Don't forget to like, hey, comment. If you're watching a replay, please, comment and subscribe to this channel. Share this channel if you know of anyone that's seeking out information, that's thinking about retirement or applying for Social Security benefits, whether it's spousal or disability or supplemental income is the SSI, Social Security supplemental income. That's for those who are seniors that have very low income. They can apply for that at that Social Security supplemental income as well. So thank you again for watching, and you have a great rest of your day, morning, afternoon, night, evening, whenever you are watching this video. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Take care.